Hello, everybody. I am recording this episode as kind of a sneak peek for my upcoming masterclass, How to Come Alive, which is a 3-day free masterclass that takes you from feeling burned out to thriving. And this is a masterclass that I think it's so needed out there. It is specifically designed for entrepreneurs, for creators who not just want to create external success, but they truly want to feel like their life is exciting, that their life is inspiring, and they truly feel fulfilled in their life and they will want to come alive in their life and truly fall back in love with their life again. Because I feel like this is what we need a lot nowadays. And so today I want to talk about 5 ways of how to help you truly come alive in your life, in your work, and in your relationships. So here's the thing, I feel like that is not talked about often in entrepreneurship and in business is that your life can look quote unquote successful on the outside. It can look successful on social media because we know that our social media is used to where we kind of like show our highlight reels, right? And even if we are kind of like trying to show quote unquote a more vulnerable side of ourselves, we're still choosing what we want to show. And so it is crafted that way. It is designed that way. And so for a lot of us, like your life and your business, your work can look successful on the outside, but then behind the scenes, when there's no camera recording you, when you hopped off your Zoom meeting, are you actually happy? And the answer is a lot of people are not. Even when they have created quote unquote external success, they're actually not truly happy and feel alive and peaceful and like they are satisfied with their life. A lot of the people, even when with like the ones that you see on social media, their life looks amazing, right? But then they're actually tired and mentally or emotionally burned out. And so in my upcoming masterclass, How to Come Alive, we're going to really help you shift out of the state of burning out. Because burning out is not just about uh like you're doing too much or you're taking on too much. It's actually a lot of burnout actually is from you're emotionally and mentally burned out. And a lot of people are actually in this place. And so before I can keep talking about it, I just want to talk about this masterclass first. So this is a free masterclass. It's happening on February 21st at 9 o'clock Pacific time or 12 p.m. Eastern time. And if you want to sign up and join us, you can go to this link here, alive-masterclass.com to register. Again, that is alive-masterclass.com to sign up for 3-day free masterclass of how to come alive. It's going to be exciting. I'm like very excited for the content. I'm like downloading ideas every day. I'm really making this amazing experience for you. So make sure that you sign up for it. Okay. So go back to what we were talking about earlier. Creating external success does not necessarily mean that you truly feel successful on the inside. Because a lot of people, they have success on the outside and what looks good on paper, but then internally, they're actually tired and mentally and emotionally burned out. And I'm also speaking this from personal experience as well. When I first started my business, I would say the first 1 to 2 years, I was in that state where I'm like, okay, I'm like hustling, creating external success, signing clients, making money. Like this is what I have to do, right? I really, really want to make this a full-time thing. But then along the journey, I started to sacrifice other areas of my life, like mentally, emotionally. I felt burnt out. I was always, every month, I felt like I'm starting all over again. And I felt like I'm still constantly hustling and running that rat race cycle, even though I'm not technically working for anyone and I'm not working a 9 to 5 anymore. However, what stayed with me, even when I became self-employed, even when I had my own business, is the internal pattern still there. The internal pattern of feeling like it's never good enough. I have to keep on chasing after that next thing and feeling like I have never, like after I reach that goal, then it's on to the next one, right? Always feeling like I have not quote unquote arrived yet. And even when I do arrive, it's that fleeting moment and you're on to the next one. And so just because you are self-employed, just because you can set your own schedule, does not necessarily mean that you are actually happy and feeling fulfilled. Just because you're making money, just because you're signing clients and that you are doing good, doesn't necessarily mean internally you're also in that same state. And so this is what I had to learn and slowly rewire for myself. And I realized that this internal work is so important if I actually want to be happy in my entrepreneurship journey, if I actually want to feel fulfilled and excited and wake up inspired to do what I love to do, right? And to be able to keep it up for a very long time. This internal work is so important. And so today I want to share with you 5 ways of how you can come alive in your life. 5 ways of how you can come alive in your life and at work. And we're definitely going to talk about it even deeper in the 3-day masterclass. And today I will give you kind of like an introduction about potentially some of the things that we will talk about in there. Okay, so the first way of how you can come alive in your life and at work is this. You need to learn and know how to regulate your nervous system. This is something that's very important. When you have a dysregulated nervous system, you're essentially living in survival mode and you are reacting to life and living in like with a hyper regulated nervous system, and you're running on fight or flight or fawn. And so that can look like you feel like you're constantly hustling, right? You are worried about work a lot. You are scared that the next shoe is going to drop. You are afraid that people are not going to sign with you. You're afraid that your clients are going to leave you. You're afraid that next month you're not going to make money, right? Notice that you're like constantly living in that worrying, anxious, scarcity place. This is you living in a with a dysregulated nervous system. And it is very tiring and very exhausting to live in this place. And so it's very important to know how to regulate your nervous system, to know the different methods, such as EFT tapping, such as deep breathing, such as changing your beliefs about your work, thinking differently and approaching your work differently, and tapping into your nervous system to feel intentional feelings. These are all required for you to be able to step out of fight or flight so that you can truly feel relaxed and safe with yourself and with your body and with your work, right? When you are functioning on a hyper-regulated nervous system, you're also over-consuming in some way in your life. You're over-consuming as a way to escape how you feel. And that can look like maybe you are overindulging on social media, so you're over-consuming social media, or you're watching too much shows, you are over-consuming food or alcohol, you're over-consuming content, but you're not really creating and executing them. You're like over-consuming, maybe you're over-shopping. You can also be overworking, right? So overdoing of something is how a lot of people, when they are in a hyper-regulated nervous system, what they tend to do to escape how they actually feel. And so how you can come alive and truly thrive is you have to first actually work on regulating your nervous system and know how to be with your body instead of living in your head. So that's the very first one of how to come alive. Second way of how to come alive is to expand your life horizon outside of just your work and your business. This looks like actually having and creating time and energy to take on other interests and take on other hobbies outside of your work. When you are super focused on work and super focused on business, it creates a cycle of like your life is revolving around work. And honestly, a lot of times when you're in this place, you can't be creative and you can't be inspired by your work and you can't feel like you love what you do, right? Okay, like sure, if you're doing some kind of work that you love, sure, you can just be all about work and really fall in love with it. And at the same time, I know that if you're someone who is listening to this episode, you know that life is not just about work. You know that you have a lot of interests. You're a multi-passionate person. You want to learn different things. You want to take on different projects, even if it's just at your work or in your business. Maybe you want to have multiple businesses. Maybe you want to create different income streams. Maybe you want to be present somewhere else. You also want to have your relationships. You also want to spend time with your family. You want to make friends. You want to spend time with your partner. There's a lot of things that can really help you feel alive outside of your work. And to truly come alive and thrive in your life is to live a well-rounded and full life. That includes work, but it also includes your fitness. It also includes how you spend time with your relationships. It also includes personal learning. It includes doing things that's not doing creative things. It includes being with art and being with nature, right? There's so many things that come as a package that creates a lifestyle where you can truly feel inspired by it, where you can truly come alive. And when you are so stuck at work and when you are so stuck on like the work business cycle, it's very hard for you to step out of that. And so really think about how can you expand your horizon to be with more in your life, right? I want you to think about work as just a part of your life, and your life consists of so many other areas. And so if it is hard for you to have time and have energy and capacity to take on other hobbies and interests and to have a social life outside of your work, this is something that you can really think about and you can really start thinking about. Because here's the thing, when you are feeling fulfilled in your life, when you just love your life in general, your business and your work will also grow as a result. Because when you are coming alive in your life, when you are feeling fulfilled, when you love your life, like that energy attracts and you take it, and then you take that energy with you into your marketing. You take that energy with you into how you work with clients, right? And so it's a win-win situation. Your business and work improves and you love your life, right? But then like a lot of people, you think that and sometimes we have this misconception that exercising, that hang out with friends, that having other hobbies, it's not productive, it's not effective, and you're just a workaholic, which just makes your work feel more miserable and you feel depressed. And it just creates this whole cycle where you feel like you're stuck in there and you can never get out of it, right? And so expanding your horizon and create a multi-passionate life is actually something that's very important. Okay. The third way of how to come alive in your life is this one is more of a belief work thing. So it is working on trusting yourself and working on believing that abundance is coming, that abundance is here in your life right now, and more is coming, right? when you are living in constant worry and when you are always hustling, there's this idea of scarcity that's just in the air and in your environment of like, this is not enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not creating enough. I'm not making enough. I'm not successful enough. I'm not where I should be, right? There's this constant state of like scarcity. I don't have enough in my bank account. I need more. This is not enough. And so because you don't trust yourself and you don't trust that you can actually rest and relax and breathe and trust that abundance is still going to come your way, then you force yourself and so you have to keep on going. You have to keep on running on that fuel, and that's just not sustainable that way, right? And so it is also really about tapping into abundance and really seeing how your life is already abundant right now, and knowing that more is coming is like a fact. Like, of course, more is coming. Abundance is coming my way. I don't have to be on 24/7 for abundance to come, right? Trusting that I can take a break, I'm going to be okay. So that trusting factor is very important. And knowing that abundance is coming in your life is very, very important, right? So that's the third thing to really work on. Okay. The fourth way to create a life where you are truly coming alive is to practice taking actions and working from desire instead of from forceful action and instead of from willpower. There's a difference between being pulled towards something because you care about something, because you really want it to happen, because you really desire it to happen, versus you kind of like telling yourself, I need to, and I have no choice but to, and like you are responsible for it. You're like obligated to do it. When it's from that place, that it's kind of like you're kind of being pushed forward and being dragged forward, versus like the other feeling where you're being pulled towards something, where you're just doing it because it feels fun, because you want to, right? And so that's like the main shift that we want to really help you make, to practice taking actions and working from desire versus working from obligation and working from need. Because that place just feels graspy, it feels hustly, it feels like you have no choice but to do it. Versus when you're working from desire, it's like really coming from this more grounded place of like, there's a mission that you're here to serve. There is a life that you are here to create, and you can't wait to create it. And you feel so driven towards this mission that you want to create in this world. And so you want to work towards it, right? Notice these are really two different types of energy. And to come alive looks like you are taking actions because you want to, because the actions feel fun, because you know what you're working towards. Right? So those are all very, very important part of it, to be able to work from desire instead of working from need and being pushed forward by willpower, because that's just not fun. And that does not feel like a good experience at all, right? That is what creates burnout over time. And that is not like what's sustainable, because that just creates a cycle of you working and a crash and burn, and you're procrastinating until the very last minute, and you push yourself over again, and then you crash and burn. Right? You want to create a constant, sustainable cycle of harmony where you're working, taking a break, working, taking a break, whenever it feels right. And then you're also spending time with family. You have a life outside of your business. You're having fun. You're enjoying your life. And when it's time for you to do work, you're working towards a mission that you care about, or you really love what you do. That is the place I want to help you get to. Okay. The last one I have here of how to help you come alive is, I mentioned this before already. It is about doing the inner work, whatever that looks like for you. And every one of us, we have certain limiting beliefs that's holding us back. We have certain stories that we have about our life, about what is not possible. And the fact that other people can do it, but not you, because there must be something wrong with you, right? And so doing the internal work is actually very, very powerful. And that looks like creating inner peace within yourself, truly feeling satisfied with yourself, feeling fulfilled with where you are. And at this place, when you truly feel fulfilled and you are at peace with where you are at, and then you love your life, then from this place, like this energy makes you want to do work that fires you up. From this place, you have room and capacity to do things that feel more fun. And a lot of people ignore the inner work because they think creating external success is actually more important. However, I want to argue that the internal work is what creates the external success, is what makes the external success so much easier for you to create when internally you are aligned. Because I would say like 80% of your problems in business and 80% of the work that will actually help you up level in your work in your business is mindset, and it's the internal work. It is your beliefs, it is your mindset, it is how you feel about the work, and maybe like 20% is the actual strategy. When the energy and the mindset and the inner work is aligned and is right, honestly, it doesn't matter what the strategy you do because there's so many strategies out there. And when the inner work, when you can truly trust yourself, when you are actually coming alive in your life, when you love your life, you feel fulfilled at where you're at. You've worked on yourself to truly love yourself, to know how to be with your own disappointment, to know how to be with your own excitement, to know how to be with your own thoughts and not judge yourself. Right? These are all the internal work. When you can actually truly know how to work through your internal dialogue and the internal drama and be with yourself, the external success happens as a nice byproduct of you having done the inner work, because this is basically the law of manifestation, like the law of attraction is all the work of manifestation. You work on becoming an energetic match for what you're attracting into your life. And so if you are looking for more tangible success, such as more clients, more money in your bank account, more opportunities into your life, if you are looking to manifest tangible results in your life, you want to become an energetic match for it. And so that looks like doing the internal work so that you can feel those emotions, the desired emotions right now, so that you can rewire your brain to think differently about your life, think differently about yourself, to create a different identity that you are walking into. And when you are in that state of being, when you are in a state of coming alive and feeling like you are thriving in your life, the external success comes as a byproduct. And it's so fun when you can achieve your success this way instead of hustling and always chase the next thing and feeling like you can never get there, even if technically you have it, but you still feel like it's not there yet. Right? So why not do this work to feel the ideal feelings that you want to feel right now, and then let the external results slowly flow into your life? More sales, more money, more success into your life as a result of you having done the internal work. Okay, so let me summarize again 5 ways of how you can come alive. Number 1, work on regulating your nervous system, being able to really regulate it so that you can truly be with your body instead of functioning on fight or flight. Number 2, expand your horizon outside of just work and business and really take on other interests and hobbies outside of your work. Number 3, trusting and knowing that abundance is coming. More is coming. It is safe now to rest. It is safe now to take a break. Number 4, practice working from desire instead of working from need and willpower. let yourself be pulled towards what you want to do instead of being pushed forward and being dragged forward. Number 5, do the internal work and let the internal work attract your external success. If you want to learn more and you want to deep dive into every one of these aspects with me, sign up for my free upcoming masterclass. It is happening this coming Wednesday, February 21st. And we start at 9 o'clock Pacific time. And you can sign up at this link here, alive-masterclass.com. Again, that's alive-masterclass.com. And that's help you fall back in love with your life. I will also leave the link at the show notes for you to sign up. I can't wait to see you inside. It's going to be a lot of fun. And get ready, bring your notebook, and I will see you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.